Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. The first week of March comes to an end today. The week has been in the green, which is awesome. Let's finish off this Friday strong, head into the weekend on a good note right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so first week of March. Today is Friday, March 7th. It is 8:07 a.m. We are currently looking for trades in gold. Gold here had a nice little push this morning. A lot of rejection up here. So let's see here what the markets kind of hold for us here today. And in oil, which is on my left-hand side of the chart, definitely has been ranging pretty strongly here in the morning. So let's see if we can get a breakout or a move, which the market, in my opinion, is definitely consolidating right here and might be poising for a big move. So we did have we did have a lot of high impact news this morning. So we had that 7:15 ECB rate statement, 7:30 U.S. trade balance, and Powell is testifying this morning, 9 a.m. Central Time. So markets are going to be, in my opinion, positioning, and depending on maybe what comes out of Powell's statement today, we might see a big move one way or the other. Let's jump into the charts from yesterday just to do our recap. Gold, again, really nice winner for 35 ticks. We get activated here into the long after these two inside bars. But the first inside bar at 835, that is our pretty much activation candle, which gets us into the trade. And we get a really, really nice trade here. So gold's off to a really, really strong start in March. Let's take a look at oil. Oil first session, again, not trading it, but that was a small loser of 11 ticks. We get activated into the short, and again, really small trade. Not a lot of room, on these trades, typically they're going to be on average about 20 to 30 ticks on average. So this in general is a pretty small trade. Now, oil session 2, which we did trade, you guys saw that on the video yesterday. We took a nice winner here for 16 ticks. So oil session 2 has also been doing extremely well in March, and hopefully that can continue. On the Rob reversal, we had no setup here yesterday. We did have, these are pre-session, so nothing here to talk about. We did have one here at 145, again, past my time conditions, so did not take this trade. This one, I believe, I don't know, I didn't really look at this one to see what this even got. That was 43 points. So yeah, that would have, again, that would have been a winner, but outside of our trading window. So no trade there, no setup on the Rob reversal. Hopefully we get one here today. If we take a look at our dashboard on Top Step, we currently sit at $50,812 on the eval. Again, Morning Strategy has been doing really well. This eval is only trading oil and gold. I should say gold and oil session 2, and the session 2 at only 3 micros, so a much more smaller position than in gold. And that will probably be changing here coming Monday. I will be increasing position on oil session 2 just because that has been doing really well. Let me just take a really quick look at my charts. Okay, we've got no setup yet. Taking a look at our levels. Put this into the Discord as well. I do that every morning. I don't necessarily, I told people that obviously be very careful today in the markets. Just the charts to me don't look very clean. Level I've got on the top is 51.55. After that, there's really there's no more price action, so it's blue sky after that. You can get a really big move that way. We've got that 9 a.m. Powell where he's going to be testifying, and for some reason I think that there's going to be a big move here, just kind of the way that the charts look to me. Otherwise, we've got 51.20, let's call it, 51.08 and 50.91, and on the extreme low we've got 50.65. Again, I put these levels on my Discord every day. If you want to join, there's a link below, and I just put some commentary in there. I also post some trades that if I take any stabs in the equity markets for the futures. So that was the ES. Let's take a look at the YM. YM, we've got 4 levels that I'm looking at: 38,982. This level, which we're pretty much currently right at, 38,830. And then we've got 38,671 is another level I'm looking at, and the bottom low at 38,496. Cleaner chart on the YM, but just these levels are way too far, in my opinion. It's a little bit, I like to see some backstops on trades, and I don't really see anything here on the YM as well. On the NQ, we've got 18,264 at the top. Sorry, you can't see that. 18,175, which is where price action is the closest to. Not a very strong level here, in my opinion. 18,063, 17,933, and then the extreme low at 17,842. Pretty much any of these numbers could potentially get tapped into today. I could see that. I just would be very, very careful trading the equities markets this morning. So that's where we sit. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the levels. If you guys are interested in any of the strategies, there is links below in the description that show you how to trade my gold strategy, my oil strategy, and the 15-minute Rob reversal. Next week I will start releasing a few series on those trade setups, some of the tweaks that I have done. I'm going to kind of consolidate all of the videos that I have done into each one and bring you more up to date with the exact conditions and rules that I am trading all of those strategies here starting next week. And that is a request from a lot of people on Discord and on my channel. So hopefully we can take a green day here going into the weekend. Stick around for my trade breakdowns and the daily recap that I give at the end of my video. See you guys here in a little bit. All right, so here is actually our first trade of the day, and it is the 15-minute Rob reversal. As you guys can see, we get an activation candle, which is that green highlighted candle there. And at that point, once the pattern shows up, it is in our time condition. Pattern's obviously right. And what we have is we put a long order. I was taking a look at, I had my CL and my gold chart up, and heard myself get into a trade, so quickly switched over since I wasn't in a trade anywhere else, and I was able to record pretty much the bulk of this trade. So you would have, in order to go long, one tick above that green highlighted bar, which obviously then gets activated. We are looking for 35 points of profit and 35 points of stop loss. So it is a 1-to-1 risk to reward. And as you guys can see here, price action pretty much stays in the green almost the entire trade, which is nice. We do get a pullback here, which might have taken the account or the trade into the red for just a little bit. But overall, it was in the green the majority of the time. Now, I think that's super positive. Again, gets really close to our full take profit there. Here's the pullback that we get. Now, again, you can get nervous and get out of this trade for break even. It won't hold that against anyone. But this strategy does, in my opinion, require you to hold on to these trades, for full take profit or for full stop loss. If I'm willing to take full 35 point stop loss, I got to be able to be there willing to wait for my 35 points of profit. So this trade, after the pullback, we do get another strong push from buyers, and this thing just keeps on going after it hits our full take profit. Beautiful trade.
Target filled. Order canceled.
All right, and shortly after that Rob reversal was done, we were able to get our second session in oil trade here. Again, bracket orders didn't work. I did redo my CL chart this morning, and to no avail. So my issue still kind of continues here. We're kind of having to put my bracket orders manually. So not liking that, but it is what it is. Now, hopefully you guys stick around for the recap that's going to come after the finality of this trade, so I can explain some things that happen here in oil session 2 that might be of interest to some traders that are trading this strategy each and every day. Now, we do get activated into the long here. This trade actually ends up taking forever. I mean, I almost made a comment that really need to get to work. This trade, again, some of them go quickly, some of them can take you 35 minutes sometimes. So the nice thing is that you really have your stop loss and your take profit pretty much set, and it's an easy trade once, kind of an armchair trade once you're in the setup. Now, the only thing is that obviously once I go to 70% take profit, I like to reduce some of my risk. Was not in front of the chart at this point. I was actually doing some work. So I wasn't able to reduce my risk on here, but we got such a strong push. And I'm going to explain this push in my breakdown. So stick around. I think you guys are going to get some value out of that, but beautiful trade, full take profit.
Order canceled.
What can I say? We just had an awesome day of trading. Morning strategies, I should say the morning strategy did really well. I'm going to show you the Rob reversal here. That was a big time freaking winner. I mean, big time winner. So not only is the Friday in the green, which is for me super important. The week was in the green. March was in the green. It just gives you such a good, confident feeling heading into the weekend and looking into week number 2 of March of trading. So let's start. We'll start with gold. No setup this morning in gold. So we got no setup here that you can see during our session between 8 and 9. Now, I would say we probably get a setup 85% of the days. So it is more on the rare side that we don't get a setup. But today, no setup in gold, so no trade there whatsoever. If we take a look at oil, session 1 did end up being a loser. We get activated into the short. Now, there was some talk in the Discord that some people thought that they might have gotten activated into the long. I was looking at price action. I did see it get activated to the short. I did not take this trade actively. And a lot of other people confirmed that it went short. But at the same time, what I plan on doing is I will do a market replay of it this evening and kind of see exactly what occurred here. But I'm going to go with a loss. So this one would have been a 36 tick loss. Again, not trading session 1. But if we look at session 2, and I know the charts look a little different than what I normally have, and I'm going to kind of explain that to you guys. So we get activated into this trade here at the 935 candle, or at the end of the 935 candle. And this, we get activated into the long. Okay, so we are looking for a long trade. And right around this third candle, I went into Discord, into our oil trading room. And, and this was after this pretty big down move here. Where obviously a lot of people were not feeling the best about this trade. And I didn't tell them. I mean, this wasn't in hindsight. I mean, I posted this maybe 2 or 3 candles into it. That, listen, there's a much bigger picture here. If we take a look at the source bar, okay, which is where we which is what we use our stop loss and our take profit from, you can definitely see that there is a bigger picture than this inside bar that the strategy is based on. And I mentioned to them that, listen, once we get a break, it could break to the downside and completely wipe out our stop loss, 100%. But one way or the other, once we get out of these ranges, there's going to be a huge movement. And that is exactly what you saw here. So if I take away the lines, my range lines here, and go back to the strategy, we obviously get activated into the long. And if I put my tool right here, if I go all the way down to the bottom of this source bar, it's 40 ticks. So my conditions, my rules on how I trade this strategy, I will reduce the risk down to 35 ticks. And I'm also looking for 35 ticks for my take profit, which obviously we get our take profit here. A really nice trade in oil session 2. And just to see how big this move would have been outside of that range, I mean, you're talking about 60 plus ticks. So I mean, it was a really good size move. Really happy about the trade. I liked how I could kind of see, what price action wanted to do here. And this was, again, the morning strategies have just been kicking butt here in March. So that took oil session 2 to a positive 130 ticks. Gold, since we didn't have a trade today, stayed at a positive 59 ticks. Together, you're at about 189 ticks of profit just for the first week of March, which, again, is fantastic. Now, the big boy trade. This was the Rob reversal. I've got the strategy off already just because I do not looking to take a secondary trade on today. So let's take a look at the setups. This is 8 a.m. pre-session, 8:15 pre-session. These two get wiped away. We're not even looking at those. We get a setup at 8:45 to go short. We do not get activated into this trade because it closes above the 80 MA. No trade. Now the next candle, we get all of our conditions met. So it is at 9 a.m. So past the 8:30 start. Check number 1. It is our pattern that we are looking for on this trade. Check number 2. And then we would then have an order once this candle closes to go long right here. Did take a while for it to activate. It was bouncing around here. Finally, then we get that push, and this sucker goes for, for sure it went 35 points, which is all we were looking for. But let's just see where this guy, I mean, this thing is still going. That's 83 points right here. Actually, if you're trailing this, I didn't even look at this today, but if you're trailing this, you would get, you'd still be in this trade at a point of probably 70 plus points. So a trailing stop on today's trade would have worked out absolutely perfect. So the eval currently sits today. Remember, traded that oil trade with just 3 micros, so positive 105. That would bring our Top Step account to right around 51,000, maybe 50,950 or something like that. So super happy on the performance of the morning strategies. And then if we take a look at our levels, we had, let's see where the open was. Open was right here at 8:30. Again, this level kind of just went back and forth teetering, and it's just been pretty much a straight pump all the way up. Now we have an extreme level here at 18,341. And I mean, we could definitely see price action. You can see here at my level at 18,264. This was an area of contention in the market. A lot of back and forth here. From this point, I mean, this is definitely in play. 18,338. And your level right underneath that is 18,172. Took a small stab today. I got positive 297 bucks on a trade here. And then if we take a look at the ES, we are pretty much, where's the open? Open was 830, so right here, it's down candle. As I mentioned to you guys, right at this level, 51.55. Past that, not much price action to the left, if not any. You're really looking at a blue sky breakout, but it's going to be a level that is going to be fought pretty strongly here. So curious to see how price action responds here in the afternoon. I would not be surprised if we do see a dump. If we go and push up higher, this market can go pretty nutty. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know tomorrow on how that is, or obviously you can follow along on your charts. Again, I put the levels in Discord if you're curious on them. The YM, which I honestly thought that the chart looked a little bit cleaner on the YM. These were my levels for this morning, and we've just kind of been stuck in this range right here. So it did tap into this level down here, and we'll kind of see where it's going. But no trades there on the YM. That's all I got. I mean, again, positive day of trading. It's been a fun week. It's been a really fun week with everyone in the Discord. Listen, if you're looking to try to get funded, trade with not your own capital, I am a partner with TopStep. The link for TopStep is below in my description. Any help that you can do for the channel in that regard, I would greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you guys get some value of what I'm trying to do here. And if you are looking to trade any of the strategies, including oil, gold, or the 15-minute raw reversal, those are all linked in my description below. Want to wish everybody an awesome weekend, and I'll see you guys here on Monday. Happy trading, everyone.